Welcome or welcome back to Just Decoded. We break down body language and behavioural analysis to find out what people are truly saying. Today we're looking at a bit of an older clip, a talk show where Don Rickles interviews Marvin, and let's just say he doesn't want to be there. Pretty obvious by his non-verbal communication, and it's kind of funny actually. So yeah, let's break it down.
To the islands.
So initial observations, he's spread his legs really wide. This is often a display of dominance, and if you look at his hands, he's actually clasped his fingers, which often indicates some level of discomfort, or that he's not in favour of something in his surroundings, or that he's heard, or something that's happened. So yeah, let's continue and see what happens next.
Tomorrow night you'll be sweating out here, pal, and I'll be in the islands.
Oh, you're leaving for Hawaii, Lee?
Right after the show, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Huh? Okay.
So up until this point, we've seen, firstly, a snide remark towards the presenter. Usually at this point in a talk show, it's just begun. Usually your focus is fully on the presenter and engaging in the conversation. He seems disengaged. He doesn't seem like he wants to be there. You know, he's fidgeting about. He's now reaching into his jacket to fetch something. And we're going to see this behaviour continue throughout the rest of the clip. Let's have a look.
Well, what, on vacation, Lee, or what? Maybe a picture, or what?
No, I work on a boat over there.
Oh.
I'm a deckhand.
I see. Well, don't laugh, folks. It's a funny business. One day you got the Academy Award, the next day you're saying, Charlie, try to rope. But Lee, by the way, good. If you get a minute, Lee.
So another observation, he's crossed his legs. So usually we do this when we're comfortable. However, we also do this and cross our legs towards the person that we're in favour of that room. So it's Don's talk show, basically. So it makes sense that he would cross his legs towards Don, but it doesn't always tell the full story. We're going to see some changes to that in a moment that will expand on the bigger picture. And, you know, just a minute ago, Don's talking and Lee's just there having a conversation, or at least giving his attention to Ali. So, clear signal so far.
They told me to come out here and talk to the stars, so...
Well, you know, that's right.
And there we go. Changes his legs to cross towards Ali. Another non-verbal cue that he doesn't want to engage with the presenter.
Folks, please don't boo this man. He was a Marine like Don Adams, only Don Adams weighed 120 pounds. This man really went to the islands and took fried rice off soldiers with guns. But Lee, it's awfully nice. I know you're busy schedule.
So he was not happy with that comment. You can clearly see, giving him a real death stare, daggers as we call it in the UK, and he's actually got half an ejector seat going. So a really common body language trait when someone doesn't want to be there is called the ejector seat, which is where you have both hands kind of on each arm of the chair, as if you were about to be ejected from an airplane. He's got half of that going right now. His right hand is clearly about to eject, whilst he's giving daggers to the presenter. So let's
hanging around by the gate. By the way, are you happy with Prime Cut?
So you may not have picked up on what just happened there, but there was a very subtle cue. He actually pursed his lips, so that's when you press them together. We almost always do this when we hear something we don't want to hear, or we see something we don't want to see. It's definitely a discomfort sign. Let's look at that again.
Lee, it's awfully nice. I know your busy schedule of hanging around by the gate. By the way, are you happy hanging around by the gate? By the way, are you happy with Prime Cut, your new film with Gene Hackman? Are these toughies, Lee? Hey, if I'm going to...
So what we saw there was actually a little shake of the head. This is a really common trait to signify what people are truly feeling. Often if someone's lying, they'll shake their head no. So they'll be saying, yes, I did do this thing, but as they're saying yes, they'll be shaking their head no. We see it in criminal interviews, we see it in court testimonies, and just all walks of life really. So just the subtle shake of the head really gives testament to how he's truly feeling right now.
Best, Lee, you let me know. Champ, cover me.
I've already done it. I did that a year ago.
Oh, wonderful. Then we'll go on to something else. It says here,
this,
ask.
huh?
Yeah, it says here, ask Lee
This
how
is
he is in the
they call
business.
you up and they say, what do you want to talk about? So you give them all the false
Well,
stuff. They type it up and he's going to read it now.
So we've just seen a shrug of the shoulders, a very dismissive gesture towards the presenter as he's talking over him whilst he's speaking on his own show, again turning towards Ali. And again, just giving more indications he'd rather be anywhere else in the world.
But they have to. Hey, Lee, you can't stay out here 90 minutes. You know, you and I know each other a
I
long
don't
time.
have to be here 90.
I know that. You're dressed in your funny clown suit. You don't have to do anything. You're my friend, though, Lee. We gotta chat. We gotta discuss how you got started. Right. I remember you when you sit to Marlon Brando in that picture with the motorcycles. Hey, hey, hey! And that was great. But if you could just help out, Lee, huh?
So once again, back to the very confrontational head positioning, straight at the presenter, staring him down.
My luck, I figured the champ would turn on me and like a dumb.
You can actually see some deep breaths as well.
Lee, you know about Lee, huh? My luck, I figured the champ.
So going back to our primal instincts of survival, usually when we oxygenate, it's when we're preparing to take action. So in moments of stress, when we're confronted with a threat of some sort, it's the freeze, fight or flight response. So obviously in our domesticated everyday lives, it doesn't make sense to fight all the time, and obviously running also is a bit weird. Like for example, he wouldn't just run off the TV show. So we have domesticated ourselves, but these primal instincts are still within us, and what you're seeing here is him oxygenating himself, which is his limbic system, the part of the brain that's responsible for emotions, essentially getting himself ready to take some sort of action. So had this been a couple of hundred or maybe a couple of thousand years ago, he would have probably attacked the presenter right now.
But turn on me and like a dumbbell, you turned out to be like. Lee, you never went to college, did you? No, good. Okay, that's it. Lee, let me ask you another thing. How does a guy like you with that big booming personality get to be an Academy Award winner and roll right along? How do you account for that, Lee? Because I know you're fun at parties like you are now. You're really warming me up.
There's really not much sense in explaining it to you.
No, I guess not.
As you can see from Don, a really interesting observation is you can tell that he's receiving this energy from Lee, as he doesn't really want to face Lee himself. You know, his head's kind of facing the other way. He's glancing back at him whilst he's talking, then he's looking away again. So the energy is clearly getting picked up in the room.
Let me ask you another thing, Lee.
I think what he's trying to say, if he had a lower IQ, he could enjoy your conversation.
And that's it for today's video. It was only a short one, but I thought it was super fun and a pretty funny clip in my opinion. If you have any suggestions, clips you want me to review, let me know in the comments. But apart from that, be sure to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one.